So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naresh Karmalkar, and I'm going to be the host, be your host for this evening as we begin the award ceremony of what has absolutely been an enthralling day of golf today. So let's going straight into it. First of all, thank you, all of you, for participating in this third edition of Habitat for Humanity India's charity golf tournament. We know it's been a truncated affair this year, given the situation around, but thank you so much for coming up and supporting us in this cause. So without further ado, let me start by giving a brief background about Habitat for Humanity India to kickstart the proceedings. Driven by the vision that everyone needs a decent place to live, Habitat for Humanity began in 1976 as a grassroots effort. The housing organization has since grown to become a leading global nonprofit working in more than 70 countries. In India, since 1983, Habitat for Humanity has supported more than 37 million people to build or improve a place they can call home.
Wow.
Through financial support, volunteering, or adding a voice to support affordable housing, everyone can help families achieve the strength, stability, and self-reliance they need to build better lives for themselves. Through shelter, we empower. Habitat for Humanity India's vision is a world where everyone has a decent place to live. Anchored by the conviction that safe and affordable housing breaks barriers to a healthier, safe, more financially stable life, Habitat works with low-income, marginalized families to build homes, provide housing-related services, and raise awareness for adequate housing and sanitation. The core area of Habitat's work in India is decent shelter, WASH, that is water, sanitation, and hygiene, disaster risk reduction and response, and our world-renowned Global Village volunteer program. Habitat for Humanity works with people of all backgrounds, races, and religions to build houses together in partnership with families in need. Habitat for Humanity India's long-term strategic goal for 2022 is to impact the lives of 51 million individuals in their dream of living in a safe and decent home. So what you have done today, ladies and gentlemen, is support this amazing cause, which is such a requirement, such a need for our country and indeed the world. So thank you once again from the bottom of our hearts for participating in this edition of the Charity Golf Tournament. We would like to give you a little history about this golf tournament. You know, when they say when you play golf with Habitat for Humanity India, everyone wins, the golfers, and most importantly, the families who we work with at the grassroots. The third edition of Habitat for Humanity India's charity golf tournament in support of families affected by COVID-19 pandemic was held this Sunday, as you know, with the fantastic participation from all of you. The tournament was held to support vulnerable families with decent shelter in which they can be safe from the pandemic. As our MD Rajan Samuel says, the first line of defense for COVID is actually a safe and secure home. It also would support Habitat Care Centers set up to bolster the country's medical infrastructure by providing safe spaces for vulnerable individuals to isolate or quarantine to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. So today we had about 120, I think 117 of India's leading business professionals from prominent industries across the country. And thank you so much for coming out and supporting the cause. Habitat for Humanity is teamed up with the Asian Tour, as many of you know, as the Golf Tour's 2018 Sustainable Development Partner to bring the need for decent housing closer to the hearts of the golfing community in the region and the rest of the world. Professional golfers Shiv Kapoor, Chirag Kumar, Casey O'Toole, Udayan Mane, Asian Tour CEO Cho Min Thand have volunteered with Habitat India in Delhi in 2018 to build homes for low-income families, something we would love all of you to do in the near future. Following a fruitful partnership with the Asian Tour as an official sustainable development partner, Habitat for Humanity India launched its first ever charity golf tournament 2019 on 6th of January 2019, along with 78 of India's top-level corporate leaders and professional golfers like Jeev Milkha Singh, Shiv Kapoor, Chirag Kumar, and former Indian cricketer Ajit Agarkar. The second edition of the tournament, held in December 2019, received an overwhelming response from 87 business leaders who played golf alongside professional golfers Rashid Khan, Anil Mane, former Indian cricketers S. Badrinath, Ajit Agarkar, and legendary West Indian cricketer Brian Lara. The past edition of the tournament has supported 100 families in Karzat in the Raigad district of Maharashtra with the provision of water wheels, And 4 families of martyrs who laid down their lives for the country are building homes in partnership with Habitat as a result of this tournament. Proceeds from this year's charity golf tournament, like I said earlier, will help Habitat build COVID-19 care centers in Maharashtra. Driven by the vision that everyone needs a decent place to live, like I told you, Habitat began in 1976 as a grassroots effort. And our efforts in all the verticals that I spoke about continue till this date. And like I said, when you step forward, and this by far has been the most successful of the tournaments, despite all the restrictions around, and when you step forward, that's truly when you merge or you kind of blend what you love doing, that play golf on the golf course, with a cause that's so dear to our hearts and so necessary for India. And to actually take us ahead and tell us a little bit more about Habitat and to express his thoughts, may I invite none other than the Managing Director of Habitat India, Rajan Samuel.
Rajan?
Thank you, Naresh. Namaskar. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the 3rd edition of Habitat for Humanity India's charity golf tournament. Am I audible, Naresh?
Yes, Rajan. Go ahead.
We are so happy to have more than 120 of you joining together in support of vulnerable families we serve at the grassroots across our nation, India. In these times of COVID-19, we have truly found that vaccine, when you talk about vaccine, we firmly believe that housing indeed is a vaccine which will insulate the poor from any pandemic, any disaster, including COVID-19. While we have had the safety of our homes to operate out of the past few months, there are many of our fellow Indians who are still living without the safety and security of a good home. In a time when physical distancing is the utmost importance, so many communities do not have the luxury to do simply because they do not have adequate shelter. Before COVID-19, millions of Indians were already struggling with unhealthy living conditions, lack of access to clean water, and financial impossibilities of unaffordable rent. They are now joined by millions more who have lost income as businesses have closed down and the workers have lost jobs because of COVID-19. The past 37 years, Habitat has touched the lives of over 37 million Indians by building homes, building sanitation units, and by supporting people affected by natural disasters. Through our COVID-19 relief work alone, Habitat for Humanity India has served over 1.1 million people affected by the lockdown, largely consisting of migrant workers and daily wage earners, through providing hygiene and family essential kits, conditional cash transfers, doing behavioral change communication training, and through setting up of 12 Habitat care centers. By providing these vulnerable families with safe spaces where they can isolate or keep their families safe and from transmission is the need of the hour. Today, because of the game of golf played by each one of you, families across the country will be able to live with greater hope of their futures. Your overwhelming support will help us build homes for martyr families in Maharashtra and enable us to set up beds in Habitat COVID Care 19 centers. Habitat for Humanity's work is even more important now when we met with a crisis like COVID-19. We ask you to continue to partner with us through your donations and or through corporate CSR partnership. Together, we build a better India. I'm grateful to the generous contribution of Mr. Ashish, investor, Mr. Gopal Ramakrishnan, Managing Director, Goodrich Maritime, Mr. D.C. Patel, Lakshmi Board and Paper Mills, Mr. Ramakrishnan Ramamurthy, Managing Partner, Transformia Advisors LLP, Mr. Anil Singh, and Mr. Neeraj Sethi, co-founder and MD, Acosta. I would like to extend a special word of appreciation to our star golfers, Kunal, Anil Mane, Hanan, Aryan Nath, Anyan Datar, for playing the golf for humanity today. A special thank you to Ashish Kilanchand, Director, Indian Commercial Company Limited, and Golf Captain, Willingdon Sports Club, for his constant support to Habitat Charity Golf Tournament since its inception. A big thank you to Shivas Nath for his support to our tournament. My gratitude also goes to Rajiv Menon, member of our Board of Trustees, who led and drove this spectacular initiative and made it a success third year in a row. I also thank my team that was part of organizing committee led by Rajiv. Once again, to each one of you who encouraged us to keep moving towards our vision, we thank you and hope to see a better India together. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Rajan. Thank you for those wonderful words. Truly, today was a landmark event for us, for Habitat, and for the history of India in the whole fight against poverty housing and the current fight against COVID. You know, it's said that, some of the biggest business deals in the world are struck on the golf courses of the world. But today, I think, what is special is, with so many business leaders on the golf course, I think everybody had only this interest in mind. How can we help the poor actually defeat the scourge of COVID-19? How do we actually work towards better housing in India? So like we said right at the beginning, today, everybody was a winner. But there is one more way of winning, even though the golf tournament itself is over, and I think we've announced that there's going to be some lucky draw winners all through this evening. And I think no better time than to start right away. Now we're going to start with the first lucky draw. And this set of winners will win 4 Acosta Suno hit speakers. So may I ask Tarika to quickly spin the wheel? Let's see who is the lucky winner, the first lucky winner for the evening.
What are you going to do?
Spinning the lucky draw. Her name is Radhika somebody.
Okay, Tarika, I cannot read this. You will have to read this out for me.
It is Sanjay Shesh.
Sorry, Sanjay Sheikh?
This is Sanjay Shesh.
Sanjay Shesh. Congratulations, Mr. Sanjay. You are the first winner for the evening, and you win a set of Acosta Suno hit speakers. We got 3 more to go right now. So can we have this wheel spin again?
Please, Sanjay.
The morning bell.
Okay, we are coming. Let's see where the wheel stops. Who is the lucky person right now? Yes, it is Shirish Menon. Congratulations, Mr. Menon. You are the winner of the second set of Acosta Suno speakers today. 2 more to go. Let's see if who proves lucky today.
They're not there.
Are you there, Mr. Menon?
No.
If you are, let us know so that we can acknowledge you. Okay, the third winner for this evening, Jaimin Shah. Jaimin Shah is the third winner of the lucky draw. Mr. Shah, if you are on today, can you please either unmute yourself and say hi, or you can type something on the chat box?
Yeah, I'm already on the...
Great. Chairman, congratulations, Mr. Shah. And yeah, we go now. It's good to win for sure. That's a fact. Yeah. And the final winner in this first round of the lucky draw is Mr. Saket Batra.
Hi, congratulations.
Saket got the lucky draw.
Great. And Mr. Sanjay Shesh is also here. Congratulations, Mr. Shesh and Mr. Saket. Absolutely
you.
fantastic. And may I assure you, there are many more prizes to win, very, very exciting prizes as we go later on to the next set of the lucky draw. So like I said today, there is more
Shehan
way,
is
there are more ways
also
of
here,
winning.
please.
I'm
Shehan
sorry?
is also here.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Shehan, congratulations, Mr. Shehan.
Thank you.
Great. All of you set the ball rolling on a very, very positive note. 4 winners already, and each one of you wins a set of Akusta Suno Hit speakers. Now we move on to the next part of the program, and it is my proud privilege to invite Mr. Shirish Dhamlay, who would actually give out the first set of prizes for this tournament today. But before that, I would like to introduce Mr. Dhamlay. Shirish Dhamlay is a trustee on the Board of Trustees of Habitat for Humanity India. He's also the head India CSC Treasury and Trade Solutions Client Operations, CSIPL, Citibank India. Shirish Dhamlay has 23 years of vast experience spread across operations and corporate banking, including 16 years with Citi. After joining Citi in 1995, he has performed a varied range of roles in Citibank Treasury, cash management, product management, and global investigations. As a product manager, he was part of the launch of the first electronic payments for the commercial disbursements product, PayLink. Before taking to operations, Shirish has also worked as EVP and COO, head of BFS corporate banking at TCS eServe after the divestiture. In his current role as head India CSC for TTS Ops, CSIPL, he is heading the global operations for cash and trade services for a team of 600 in Mumbai and Chennai. He is also the co-chair for Asia ONT Women in the Leadership Council. Shirish holds a postgraduate diploma in management from Indian Institute of Management, IIM Ahmedabad. In addition, he's a qualified associate chartered accountant with All India ranking 18th and also a cost and works accountant. He likes playing cricket, football, and other adventure sports in the leisure time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Shirish Dhamlay. Thank you, Mr. Dhamlay. Great to have you with us today. It's a pleasure and a privilege to have you with us. And we will be going next into the prizes for today. I think all of you, I would like you to really, I mean, this is like, well, it's not the best thing we could do, but we are meeting online, right? And, we can't really be there and to see the look of excitement and expectation on your faces. But what we can do definitely on the online medium, there's this wonderful chat box. And I think let's keep the chat box buzzing as we cheer for our colleagues today, as we cheer for the winners. But before we start, may we ask Mr. Dhamlay to say a few words?
Thank you, Naresh. I think it's a privilege, really, one, to be here. More importantly, to be associated with Habitat. The kind of wonderful work that takes place, I think it's when I say it's a privilege, that's really an understatement. And the great work that Rajan and team are doing, it's a tribute again to the wonderful things that the lives that get changed. And Rajiv, today, thank you, as Mr. Rajan has already mentioned. Congratulations and thank you for leading and driving one more golf tournament. We would have loved to be face to face and see all those cheers, but maybe in end of 2021 we will get to do that. So with that, Naresh, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Dhamlay. And without further ado, I know you're all waiting for this. Let's start with the prizes. The first prize winner today in the category Habitat for Humanity Net Winner 0 to 12 handicap category, it is Mr. Rohan Dalwani.
Congratulations, Rohan.
Mr. Dalwani, if you're there, if you could just shout out and, yay or whatever you need to say if you're excited. Right.
The first runner-up, I'm going to surprise again everybody, is Shlok Sehgal. Shlok, congratulations. And if you're around, maybe you can just say a hello and thank you. And I see a thank you already. So have fun and have a ball. The next winner is for the age category 13 through 18, and that is Chetan Doshi. Congratulations, Chetan. And do we see a little hello from you? Okay. Chetan, congratulations. I guess somebody is
It's a
already
big surprise. Thank you very much, Mr. Dhamlay. And it was a great tournament. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you could make a few statements. Next time around, we'll ask you to say much more. But for now, we move to the runner-up, and that is Surinder Singh. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Mr. Singh.
Thank you very much.
And in case you want to say anything, feel free. Otherwise, happy to take in any comments that you have.
Yeah, I'm a very close friend of Rajiv, and I'm very aware of all the work Habitat for Humanity has been doing. And no matter what I say, as you have already said, no words will be enough to really describe whatever they are doing. And I hope they keep doing it always, and they'll always have our support. Thank you.
Super. Thank you, Mr. Singh. And the next winner is for the age group 19 through 24. As you see, it is none other than Suraj Bari. Congratulations, Suraj. Is Suraj, if you're not in hiding, if you can say a little bit of, again, I guess if you can come and speak live, that'll be great.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Super.
Yeah.
Congratulations once again, Suraj. And the
Thank you,
first
sir.
runner-up is Pramod Bhambani. Congratulations to you, sir. Pramod, are you around to say a few words or just to do a little shout out? If we've caught you by surprise, Pramod, maybe we'll give you 5 seconds to recover and then say a few words. Nope.
Right.
Okay. Congratulations, all the winners once again.
Thank you,
Naresh,
Mr.
back to
Dhamlay.
you. And
Thank
sorry
you.
to
Thank you for
surprise
doing
you.
the honors. No, I mean, that adds excitement to your life, isn't it? But thank you so much, Mr. Dhamlay, for doing the honors. Congratulations to all the winners. I think if all of us could just put a clap, 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 or a congratulations in the chat box, let them feel your love today. Amazing work done today, this all day today. An enjoyable round of golf. You know, they always say that golf balls are like eggs. They are white, sold by the dozen, and a week later you have to buy some more. But today, I think, I don't think, anybody's going to regret that. Even if you've lost a lot of golf balls, don't worry, it's all gone for a good cause. So thank you so much once again for being a part of this. Okay, now I think it's time to again go to our next round of lucky draw winners. Now this time, you know what's up for grabs. 3 Akusta Suno hit speakers, but also 1 50-inch Akai TV. So let's see who are the next set of winners. Tarika, Ritwik, go ahead. Mr. Donald Lobo, congratulations, Mr. Donald Lobo.
Oh.
You win a set of Akusta
Don
speakers.
Lobo.
The
15 Sony.
brother.
Yeah. TV.
Wow. Mr. Lobo, if you are in the room, please say whatever you need to on the chat. But congratulations, you're the first winner for the second round of Lucky Draw. Let's go to the second one. Mr. Kamlesh Thakur, you win the next set of Sony Akusta speakers. Congratulations, Mr. Thakur. Today is your lucky day indeed. And we go to the next round. Again, another set of Akusta speakers. We have Mr. Gopal R. Congratulations, Mr. Gopal. If you're in the room, just acknowledge on the chat. Let's all congratulate these 3 winners. Each one of them is going home with a set of Akusta speakers. And now comes the big one. Who is going to win that 50-inch Akai television? Let's spin the wheel for one last time in this second round. Chetan Doshi, Mr. Doshi, congratulations. A 50-inch Akai TV comes your way. Congratulations. Truly, truly today, we are having a lot of winners.
Seems to be a place in the rainbow along with Habitat,
Amazing.
Unbelievable. Amazing.
Truly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. That's the next round of lucky draw winners. Congratulations to all the winners so far. There is going to be one more round, so please don't despair. All of you who have not been called out, there is another chance that you could win some more wonderful prizes. You know, there is, I don't know whether there's something you would like, but you know, the question is, people do ask, why do golfers always carry a spare pair of trousers with them? Well, this is like, well, I wouldn't call it a PJ, it's a GJ, it's a golf joke, in case they get a hole in one. Yeah. So okay, we go now to the next set of winners, and this is the JCB Most Stylish Winners category. Our partner Jean-Claude Begin, the Most Stylish Winners, and it is my proud privilege to invite none other than Mr. Pranav Rawal to come up and do the honors. And I'll be happy to read a small bio for Mr. Rawal.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, Mr. Rawal. So Mr. Rawal, Pranav Rawal is a business manager, CEO's office at Jean-Claude Begin, India. He's an experienced alliances manager with a history of working in the consumer services industry, skilled in the fields of advertising, data analytics, marketing, business alliances, and business development. He has been working with the brand for more than half a decade and is responsible for key alliances for JCB. And Mr. Rawal will read out the prizes in the category JCB Most Stylish Prize category. Mr. Rawal, the floor is yours.
Yes. Firstly, I would like to thank the entire Habitat for Humanity team for this wonderful arrangement of the game and one more step towards the society and helping them. Thanks a lot, everybody who are part of this. And I would like to announce the winners. So I was, I'll just wait to something coming on the screen. So the most stylish golfer female. There's not one winner, there are three of them. That is Asha Doshi, Perola Menon, and Elvira Lobo.
Congratulations, Ms. Doshi, Ms. Menon, and Ms. Lobo.
Yes, and one more category, even for the boys, that is JCB Salon Most Stylish Golfer Male, is Mr. Akshay Kilachan.
Congratulations, Mr. Akshay Kilachand. If you are in the room, do just express your sentiments on the chat box. Let's all congratulate these winners. Truly well deserved. And thank you so much, Mr. Rawal, for doing the honors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Super. And now it's time again for the next round of lucky draw winners. This is going to be the last lucky draw for the evening. So I think, let's all have our fingers crossed and see who's going to win this.
In black.
Yeah, again, it's like 3 Akusta Suno hit speakers up for grabs and 1 Akai TV again. So 4 winners once again in this segment. Let's spin the wheel. Mr. Ashish Agarwal, congratulations. Win a set of Akusta Suno speakers. Mr. Agarwal, if you're in the room, please acknowledge and say hi or whatever you need to say. Let's go to the next winner. Let's spin the wheel. Mr. Ashutosh Sharma. Ashutosh Sharma wins the next set of Akusta speakers. Congratulations, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lucky day again today for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly.
Thank you. Okay. The third round, let's spin the wheel and let's see who wins the next set of speakers. Mr. Ram Kumar Akela. Mr. Akela, you are winning the third set of speakers. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you very much. Appreciate this. Unlucky in golf, but lucky here.
Yes, today I think all our winners, all are lucky, but this absolutely will add one more dimension to your evening. Congratulations once again. And now we go for the big one in this round. Once again, a 50-inch Akai television. Let's spin the wheel for one last time. Wow, finally a lady wins it. Elvira Lobo. Ms. Elvira Lobo, congratulations once again. You're going home with, or rather you're home, but we'll send you a 50-inch Akai television. So congratulations. Truly, truly amazing.
Elvira won a 50-inch
Sorry?
on Lobo's wife. 50-inch television.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Ms. Lobo.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful evening for you, for sure, I'm sure. You know, there's other thing. I always wondered why there are 18 holes in a golf course, you know. Supposedly it says because that's how long it took the Scots who invented the game to finish the bottle of whiskey. That's one long time to finish a bottle of whiskey, I guess. But yeah, it's a fascinating game, and it really adds so many dimensions to our life. Amazing game to watch as well. Yeah, so we go to our next round of awards, and this is the final prizes category. And for this, I would like to invite none other than Mr. Rustam Jijaboy, who's the chairman of our Board of Trustees of Habitat for Humanity India. And may I also have the pleasure of introducing him to you. Mr. Jijaboy, if you could come on screen.
I'm on.
Wonderful. If you can spotlight Mr. Jijaboy, please. Yes, thank you. So welcome, Mr. Jijaboy. A brief introduction to him. He's the chairman, like I said, of the Board of Trustees of Habitat for Humanity India. He's also the director of the Nanaboy Jijaboy Heritage Construction Private Limited. He's the former chair of Habitat for Humanity's board's Finance and Audit Committee as well. He provides guidance to the managing director of Habitat for Humanity India and facilitates the onboarding of new trustees. He is the managing director of the property developer Nanaboy Jijaboy Private Limited and a director of Nanaboy Jijaboy Heritage Construction Private Limited. He's also a trustee for various charitable organizations, including Nanaboy Jijaboy Charity Trust, NM Petted Charity Fund, and Jijaboy Dadaboy Charity Trust. He graduated from Pune University, Pune, with degrees in commerce and law. Welcome, Mr. Jijaboy. It's indeed a privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you, Naresh. Thank you. I'd just like to say a few words with your permission.
Please, sir.
First of all, deep thanks and appreciation to our co-trustee, Rajiv Menon, for hosting such a function the third time. My thanks and congratulations goes out to all the participants of today's tournament. And you've heard the credits from both Naresh as well as from our Managing Director, Rajan Samuel. And you know exactly where you are in our calendar. My sincere thanks to each and every one of you for participating and for your contribution. As we have heard from our Managing Director that the best protection from COVID is to have a roof over your head. But more than that, it is to house a poor person, because whoever contributes to the poor is supposed to be lending to the Lord. And when you lend to the Lord, you are in the treasury of the Lord. Never will you be forsaken, never will you have to go without. So my congratulations to you all, my thanks to you all. That's what my message is to everyone this evening. Thank you, Naresh. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Jijaboy. And we will now have the award winners for the final category. That is overall net and best gross price category. Maybe start with the first one.
Sure. You want me to call them out, Naresh?
Yes, Mr. Jijaboy, please.
Yes. The Habitat for Humanity overall net winner is Mani Subramanian.
Congratulations, Mr. Subramanian.
Mrs. Subramanian, if you're there, please send us a chat. Okay, here we go. Okay. Right. I move to the next one. The Habitat for Humanity overall net first runner-up is Chris Chatterjee.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Chatterjee. Congratulations.
It was a pleasure taking part in this tournament.
Not as
And I
much
hope
as you brought us.
I hope our small contributions will go a long way to the Habitat for Humanity.
Every drop makes an ocean. No, not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you.
Mr. Mani Subramanian, I would like to talk a few sentences.
Yes, please.
I managed to get my mic on. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Rajiv Menon, for inviting me. He never ever believed that I can win a golf tournament. I want to prove him wrong. So I came determined to do that. And as you correctly said, everybody is a winner. Thank you, Rajiv. I'm one more winner. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mani. All right. For the third winner in this category, it is Habitat for Humanity's best gross score. And that's won by Harmeet Shahani.
Thank you very much for this. It was a wonderful tournament and my second time I'm participating. It's a great initiative and I look forward to participating again next year too. Thank you for the good work and keep it up.
Lovely to have you, Harmeet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. For the next category of the winner, we have Habitat for Humanity runner-up gross score, Abhishek Mitra. Abhishek, congratulations. Abhishek, okay. So we'll send him a text to congratulate him. For the next one that we have a lady who's been mentioned earlier, but I'm very pleased to mention her name again. Is Habitat for Humanity overall ladies net winner, who's none other than our Asha Doshi. Congratulations,
Yes.
Asha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done, Asha.
Thank you. We enjoyed it thoroughly, the tournament.
Bravo, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jijaboy. Thank you so much for doing the honors.
Thank you.
Mani Subramanian.
Congratulations to all the winners today. I mean, I'm sure you must have had a fantastic day of golf. And well, coming to my last PJ of the evening, the question they ask is, what is the difference between a golfer and a fisherman? Where they say when a golfer lies, he doesn't have to bring anything home to prove it. The fact is, today, each one of you can proudly go home and actually say that you have done something massive for humanity. So thank you so much. Going out there, enjoying what you do and making a difference. Isn't that some way all of us would like to lead our lives? And today we have done that. And again, words fail me in thanking all of you for being a part of this initiative. Well, that officially brings us to the end of the evening, but we cannot end without a formal vote of thanks. And for this, I would like to invite none other than the person who conceptualized this whole concept, the whole charitable golf tournament, none other than Rajiv Menon, Trustee, Habitat India. Again, it will be my pleasure to read a small bio for him. Mr. Menon, if you could take center stage, please. So Mr. Rajiv Menon is a trustee on the Board of Trustees for Habitat for Humanity India. He's currently serving as a CEO of a software development consulting firm that specializes in the insurance domain, all tracked IT solutions. Prior to this, he used to be the group investment advisor for the expat group of companies. He was the India head for an asset solution infrastructure company based out of Sydney. He also served as vice president business development of Lavasa Corporation, looking after all corporate, institutional, retail, and residential side of the business. In 2001, Rajiv Menon founded Enable Solutions India Private Limited, an offshore software application development company based in Mumbai with offshore office in Dallas, Texas. He has more than 30 years of experience in business and financial strategy consulting. His career spans from being a business executive for Nestle to a business strategist, senior account manager, and assistant vice president with Hong Kong Bank, Deutsche Bank, and Times Bank, and has handled the top end of the private banking clientele wealth management services. Please welcome Mr. Rajiv Menon.
Thank you, Naresh. First, let me congratulate all the winners and a special mention to Manish Subramaniam. Mani, whether you win or lose, you're always a winner. So thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rajiv Menon. As Naresh has introduced me, been a trustee with Habitat for the last little over 4 years, and it's been a privilege, an honor, an absolute delight to be part of this great organization that is impacting lives of many in this country. Actually, it is not just this country, beyond this, but my jurisdiction is pertaining to this country, but I know the kind of work they're doing. I want to thank each one of you for joining this third edition of Habitat for Humanity Charity Golf. Despite the constraints, despite the restrictions we were facing due to COVID-19, the lockdown, we were managed to gather 120 golfers. In fact, we were more than 120 golfers. Finally made this a huge success. You know, we as golfers, we play golf regularly. We take part in tournaments on a regular basis. But today was not just another game of golf. It was a way of building safe places and a decent shelter for the vulnerable families. If you notice the lockdown that we faced, we were in isolation for 6 months in our houses. We went through a very frustrating experience. You know, a home holds much more meaning. But there are many families across our own country that there is no place for them to secure themselves. And there is no decent shelter that provides a safe place that has been lacking in their own lives. So this is truly a phenomenal organization. And I want to thank each one of you coming and contributing, not just playing, contributing towards the lives of many homeless people. We hope that you will keep this partnership alive with Habitat for Humanity in days to come to build a better home within our country. I would really want to thank especially great contributors. Special thank you to Ashish Kacholia, Mr. Ramakrishnan, Gopal Ramakrishnan, Mr. DC Patel, Ramakrishnan Ramamurthy, Mr. Vimal Jain, Anil Singhi, Neeraj Sethi. Thank you for your contribution towards the cause of Habitat. We also want to mention a special thank you to the golfing stars like Kunal Bhasin, Ananya Datar, Ahan Nath and Aryan Nath, coming there and lugging it out, hanging in there for the whole morning. It's a hot sun. You were there and supported us. So thank you very much for being there. And I also want to say a special thank you to my dear friend Shivas Nath. Shivas, if you're there, if you're listening to me, I know you really worked hard. We saw the way you really put in all your efforts. You were there at the golf course. You were there till late night. You came early morning. You supported us, put up the whole tournament. So thank you, Shivas. A big thank you for all that you've done for Habitat. And we will never forget what you've contributed, in short, towards the lives of many in our country. So thank you so much, Shivas. Also want to thank you, Ashish Agarwal, for Golf Easy, for providing the software solution so that we were able to manage and maintain the score well. Thank you also, Rishabh, for Cloco Store, brilliant socks that you provided. Thank you, Shreyans Shah of Plus 91 for the colorful golf balls. I'm sure the ladies will love it. Thank you, Zubin Basin of Mizuno for your partnership. And we look forward to have a greater role and greater partnership with you moving forward. We are looking forward in 2021 to host 4 tournaments. That is one in Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Bangalore. We're going to make it big so that this country, the business community of this country will be able to contribute in a much larger and a much bigger way towards the lives of the people who don't have a shelter. Thank you, Rajan Samuel, for encouraging us, for giving us the freedom to go ahead and do the way we want to do it. And a big thank you to Ritvik and your team You did a fabulous job. This is the first time. We've never used any sports management company. We just did it on our own. We wanted to save money so that whatever money we saved, we could put it towards building lives of people. So thank you all, finally, to all the golfing friends coming and participating. Habitat is needed now and more, and now and more and ever we need you. Thank you once again, each one of you, for supporting us, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Menon. Indeed, so many individuals and organizations have played a role for the successful completion of this third edition of Habitat for Humanity India's charitable golf tournament. We can't thank you enough for this wonderful idea and the way it's been executed over the years. I'm sure we're going to be back with an even bigger bang next year as well. And we hope that everybody who participated today will be there with us next year to take this to a different level. Once again, I would like to thank a whole lot of people who have made this possible. We have obviously the stars of Habitat India's tournament today: Kunal Basin, Ananya Dattar, Ahan Nath, and Aryan Nath. A special thank you to Akshay Kilachan, director of the Indian Commercial Company Limited and golf captain of Willingdon Sports Club, and to the team from Willingdon for your support. I think it was a flawlessly organized tournament, and thanks for all that you did to make this happen. For the generous contribution of Mr. Ashish Kacholia, investor, Mr. Gopal Ramkrishnan, Managing Director of Goodrich Maritime, Mr. DC Patel, Lakshmi Board and Paper Mills, Mr. Ramkrishnan Ramamurthy, Managing Partner, Transform Me Advisors LLP, Mr. Vimal Jain, Managing Partner, Jagarthias Universal, Mr. Anil Singhi, Mr. Neeraj Sethi, co-founder and MD Akusta, and Jean-Claude Beguin, Paris Salon and Spa, towards the third edition of Habitat for Humanity Charity Golf Tournament. To Ashish Agarwal of Golf Easy, Rishabh Kumar of the Clocko Store, Shreyam Shah of Plus 91, and Zubin Basin of Mizuno for their partnership for this edition of the tournament. Again, Mr. Menon has thanked him, but I think we really need to acknowledge the contribution to Mr. Shivas Nath for holding everything together and for his support. Of course, a huge thank you to the Habitat India staff for really working night and day to make sure this tournament was executed perfectly as per the plans of Mr. Menon. Finally, of course, our inspiration, we would like to thank Rajan Samuel, the Managing Director of the Habitat India staff, and his leadership for actually inspiring all of us and making sure that we put our best foot forward to make this a memorable occasion for all. And once again, as we draw this to a close, I would like to again thank you for taking this time out, taking a Sunday out, playing golf, but at the same time, making a huge difference to humanity, making a difference to the cause of those who are the most vulnerable in our society. Thank you to all our presenters today. Of course, Mr. Shirish Dhamlay, Mr. Rustam Jijaboy, Mr. Raval, and Mr. Rajiv Menon for coming and doing the honors today and gracing the occasion. With that, I bring this evening to a formal close. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you.